Long ago, in a lush green land brimming with ancient wisdom, there lived a kind and honest young man named Koi. Despite his poverty, Koi possessed a diligent spirit and a heart full of integrity. He worked for a wealthy landlord, known for his cunning and greed, who owned vast rice paddies and many buffaloes. One day, the landlord, seeing Koi's unwavering hard work, made him a tempting offer. If Koi would serve him for 3 full years, the landlord promised to give him his beautiful daughter's hand in marriage. Koi, dreaming of a future with the landlord's daughter, accepted with joy and renewed his dedication. He toiled tirelessly, day in and day out, pouring his heart into every task, counting down the days until he could claim his promised bride. 3 years passed like a swift river. When Koi approached the landlord, reminding him of his solemn promise, the old man's face twisted with disdain. He had never intended for his precious daughter to marry a poor farmer. Thinking quickly, a cruel trick formed in his mind. 100 knot bamboo, the landlord declared, his eyes gleaming with malice. Before you can marry my daughter, you must bring me a single bamboo stalk with exactly 100 knots. And you must do it instantly. Koi was devastated. He knew such a bamboo did not exist in nature. His heart shattered. He wandered into the deep forest, weeping uncontrollably, the injustice of the landlord's deceit weighing heavily upon him. As his tears moistened the forest floor, a kind and radiant Buddha, known as But, suddenly appeared before him. But listened patiently to Koi's sorrowful tale. With a gentle smile, But instructed Koi to cut down 100 ordinary bamboo pieces, each with a single knot, and bring them back. Puzzled but hopeful, Koi followed the divine instruction. Once all the pieces were gathered, But taught him a magical incantation, cock nap, which means, join, join. Koi spoke the words, and to his amazement, the bamboo pieces instantly fused together, forming one incredibly long stalk, exactly as the landlord had demanded. But then taught him another chant, cock zut, separate, separate, to undo the magic. Armed with this new power, Koi returned to the landlord's mansion, where a lavish wedding was already underway for his daughter, who looked miserable to a wealthy suitor. Koi boldly presented his 100-knot bamboo. The landlord and his guests burst into mocking laughter. "Where is your 100-knot bamboo, poor fool?" they sneered. Koi calmly placed his many bamboo pieces on the ground and chanted, cock nap. In an instant, the pieces sprang together, forming a magnificent, impossibly long bamboo pole stretching across the courtyard. The landlord, still refusing to believe, tried to inspect it, then ordered his servants to lift it. As they gathered around, Koi seized his moment. He quietly chanted cock nap, once more, and this time, the landlord and his greedy servants found themselves stuck, glued to the giant bamboo pole, unable to move, their faces contorted in pain and fear. They struggled, cried out, and begged Koi to release them. Koi looked at the trapped landlord, his voice firm. "Will you keep your promise now?" he asked. The landlord, humiliated and desperate, immediately agreed. Only then did Koi chant, cock zut. The bamboo pieces separated, releasing the landlord and his servants, who fell to the ground in a heap. True to his word, though begrudgingly, the landlord arranged for Koi and his daughter to be wed. Koi and his beloved wife lived a long, happy life, proving that honesty and a righteous heart can overcome even the most cunning deceit. Follow Mr. Leo for more ancient Vietnamese stories.